The last time you saw this team, you guys were able to play one of your more complete games of the season. Just what do you have to do to make sure that you come out with that same effort?
Yeah, no, Toronto's a strong team. They got a great offense. They got a lot of talent, and they work hard. And we were fortunate to win the last time we played them. I think it was a 3-1 game, and it was a lot of chances both ways. So we got to manage the puck real well against that team. And like I said, they're a very talented team and a skilled team. And when they execute, they're tough to stop.
They just put Austin and Mitch back together again. How much does that change the dynamic when Matthews and Marner are together?
They're great players, but I think the other combinations are pretty good too with their team. So no, they're talented players, and we'll worry about our own lines. And like I said, Mitch and Matthews are great players. They got great chemistry together. But the other line with Marner and Nylander's not too bad either. So talented group, and you got to pay attention to the whole team. They win as a team. They play hard as a team, and that's why they're having success this year.
Speaking of your own lines, the other night, even after you won, you weren't.
Mm-hmm.
You said you were questioning your own lines, but you kept them together. So what are you hoping for?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's never perfect. We won the game 6-2, and we didn't play a great game, but overall, let's just keep it going, keep playing well, keep working hard together, and good things will happen. We got a talented team too. We got a talented group, and so I look forward to tonight's game. I mean, when you got two teams, in my opinion, that are pretty similar, and a lot of skill, a lot of talent, and let's go play.
With the Trocheck, VC, Goudreau line, they got that greasy goal that coaches love. I mean, do you hope that sparks something in the rest of the team?
Well, that's when you win hockey games in this league, you need some of those goals. It's not always the skilled goals, the seam passes, and that. When you got guys going to the net and making it tough on goaltenders, that's what you need from your group.
It's been 3-4 weeks since Alexei was scratched. Where do you see his game, and how did he react to?
Who's that?
Alexei Lafreniere.
He's been good.
Yeah.
The last game was probably one of his better games and played really good hockey. So, like I told people, I got no problem with the kid. He's a 21-year-old kid. Sometimes they need a little kick in the butt and, to get going again. And he's been excellent. I like the kid. He's played great, and he's taken another good step for us.
What kind of games have you seen from Keandre this year?
Keandre?
Yeah.
Nothing but great. I mean, the kid's he's taken a huge step for us. He's been a good player for us all year long. A little more, he stepped up a little bit more offensively for us lately, and that's what we need from him.
What works well between him and Trouba?
What's that?
What works well in that defense pair with him and Trouba?
They've been together a long time. I think Trouba's a veteran guy, but the physical presence, and he complements the kid real well, and he's definitely bringing the kid up. Like I said, he's still a young player. Keandre just turned 23, and Troups talks to him every shift. So when you got a veteran experience with him, I think that's he's doing a real good job with the kid.
Coach, you mentioned Lafreniere. When you've got a first overall pick like him and a second overall pick like Kakko, how do you balance between tough love and understanding how young they are?
Well, that's what coaching is all about, and I give them a lot of support. I support both those kids. You do the best what you can with them, and I think they've both taken a big step, and a lot of our media people don't think that at times, and it frustrates me, but I think the kids are great. They're going to be good hockey players, and sometimes it takes guys a little longer than other guys, and that's the way it is.
Is it also part of the fact that they're playing for the Rangers, a team that's should be a playoff team, should be a Stanley Cup contender, not just a rebuild?
Well, that's what happens. Like I said, how many times did I say that about, they play second power play minutes. They might get 30 seconds, Then you go to New Jersey and see some of their young kids playing in the first unit because, that's what they had. Jersey's taking a big step there this year with those kids. So Lafreniere and those kids don't get the same amount of minutes and the same amount of power play time as they do. And, I'm trying to win games every night. Our team's trying to win games and be a Stanley Cup contending team. So that's what we got to do. And sometimes those kids take the tough part of it, but that's hockey. I'm not going to sit Panarin and Kreider and Zibanejad on the bench to play other people ahead of them.
We know how much trust you have in Barclay Goodrow. What would you say is the number one skill set that he has?
His character, his work ethic. He comes to the rink every night. 2 Stanley Cups on his hand, and when we got him from Tampa Bay, John Cooper's called me a couple times and said, this guy, you're going to love him, and he does everything we ask for. He's not the perfect player. He's not the real fast guy, but what he does on the ice for our group is really important.
What does Vitali need to do to establish his spot in the lineup?
Who's that?
Vitali Kravtsov?
Well, he just played 20-some games in a row, didn't he? No, he's got to. It's the same as the kids we're talking about. There's not a lot of room for some of those kids sometimes. He's played, he's worked hard, he's taken a step for us. So I like the kid. He's done a good job. but, you know, score 15 goals when you're in there for 20 games.
John Tavares is getting close to 1,000 games. He'll do it on Sunday. What stood out to you about his career and his longevity? And he's getting better as he seems.
He just keeps getting better. Like you said, it's hard to believe. I mean, the guy's been around a long time, 1,000 games, and it seems like he played every game the same. He comes to compete both ways. A 200-foot hockey player. He's great skill, great talent, and he's a character leader guy. So he's a great NHL veteran.
What do you think tonight will be like for Cooley?
Real exciting. You know, it's his hometown, first NHL game, so I think it's going to be outstanding for the kid. Hopefully he'll play real well and pop at least one goal.
At least one.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Thank you.